Alright, well, I think the hatch might run right now. Let's check it out. I still need to hook up the TPS sensor, but let's see. She's a runner. I don't want to run it too long because I need to get that sensor hooked up, but I'm gonna check that out right now. Now that I finally have like power all the way up here, I can finally calibrate the sensor. But yeah, it's a big step forward. Hell yeah. That's good. At least it runs, turns on and shit. Hell yeah. I'm gonna have to get these fittings though and get some Teflon on them because they're leaking and shit. I knew it was something simple as fuck, dude. That's crazy. Wow. Alright, back again for another day. Today we're working on this exhaust. Got a 3" to 2.5" reducer here. I'm pretty sure that's going to solve our issue. And this thing's going to have an exhaust. Right now it's pretty damn loud, so this is going to be needed. Especially if we're going to try to be driving this thing around the area. The cops around here are a real pain, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go ahead and start with a cut here because I'm not going to use this flange. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to basically weld this whole piece right to the header. It's not something I really want to do. Can't find any flanges around or anything, and I don't want to have to wait for one, so we're just going to go ahead and weld that piece straight in, and then we're just going to weld it straight to the header. At least it breaks apart right here. It'd be a pretty big piece with the header all attached to it, but at least it's not the whole exhaust. I've seen people do the whole damn thing. Okay, I got it cut off. A little bit of a mishap. It didn't come off that clean, but that's what grinders and cutters are for. Got the header off. Luckily, it wasn't all too bad. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead now, and we're just gonna cut right along this line here, right at this old weld, and then just grind it down a little bit, and should be good to go. Alright, so we got that piece welded on there. Now we're gonna take this thing back in there and then fit the exhaust up and see where I need to weld that onto the rest of it. Alright, well there it is. There is my exhaust for the hatchback. I have the rest of it tucked up in there already, and they're good enough. But now we're gonna go ahead and toss this thing on there. At some point or another, I might need to cut these hangers and move them back just a little bit, but we'll get there when we get there, I guess. Didn't come out too bad. Obviously, I ain't no pro welder, but hey, that's just gonna work, so I ain't even worried. I'm gonna go ahead and get it slapped on the car, and then maybe we'll do a little sound clip, see if it sounds any better. It should sound better. It was very, very bad before. Alright, so we're into some issues with this setup. Basically what was happening was this pipe on the left, it's like super angled, as you can see, and it was angling right into the chassis, and it was like making it so nothing really wanted to line up or anything. So tomorrow what I'll do is I'll use this pipe here and basically weld it onto that so it's just completely straight back. Alright, it is the next day again. We are now on day 3 of the exhaust, but we're starting today on a better note. As you can see, it looks like the exhaust is all done. The back of the car on the muffler side, also all good. fuck, we finally got it on there. That's why I didn't really want to do it all in one piece. I wish I had some connectors to split it, but gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. That was a little bit of a pain in the ass, but luckily I thought of putting the studs back in just for this real fast. I was trying it yesterday without the studs, like a fool, so. Some other. Got a working clutch, got a new ignition lock cylinder and switch. Things are looking real good for the hatchback right about now. Not sure if I caught you guys up, but I also got a quick release setup for it. Yes, sir. Right now I'm just gonna throw on the wheels and hopefully we'll be able to move this thing under its own power. I think the goal is to just kind of move it over here for now, just to move it, I guess. Well, the hatchback made it into the garage. It made it outside. Drove around for a second with no brakes though, so we're gonna bleed the brakes now. Can't believe that it actually moved after so long. I know my girl's pumped. This is her car, so. Damn, that fluid looks crunchy. Alright, what's going on everybody? We're back. It's been a little bit since I've even filmed anything on the hatch, but we've been wrenching away, so don't think we're slacking. But I ended up getting all the lights that we need for the car. I got some headlight bulbs yesterday, but I just still needed these ones. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get those put on, and the hatch is honestly just about done. I'm gonna go underneath and tie up the wire harness a little more with some zip ties. And the interior's looking good. Yeah, this thing runs and like pretty good right now. I did I had to do the valve cover gasket because it was leaking hella into the spark plug tubes and then all over the block and stuff. But it's good now. It's not leaking no more. I got all the moldings on. I don't think I really filmed much of it, but it's been a while, honestly, since I've even filmed the car. But we have been wrenching on it. I just haven't been filming like filming. But yeah, I got these on too as well. But yeah, it's getting there. I do need a battery tie down, but I think today we're gonna try to take it on a maiden voyage. So hope for the best. Fingers crossed that we don't die. Let's get these lights put on and let's take it for a test drive. Alright, well, we took the hatch for a maiden voyage and it didn't do too bad. The heat shield came off, but that's about it. And the blinkers don't work for some reason, so I have to figure that out. But yeah, this thing's coming along. We're just about done with it. Trying to get this muffler put on, I had to take off this tip and take off a good like 4 inches, honestly. Welded the tip back on, and what the fuck was the hell? This was fucking wigging. Alright, so it's been a bit since I've updated you guys on the hatch, but we finished up getting the exhaust all handled, all finished up, all welded and stuff. It's not terrible. It's not perfect either, but not bad. It'll do the job. And it was a good learning experience, so I'd say it's a win. But right now we are cutting up the bumper so I could fit the exhaust a little better in there. And then I already have the lip cut up, but I'll probably have to fucking trim it just a little more. It might be still a little too big, but and it's still like a little choppy, so I'm gonna clean it up. But alright, well, that's finally a wrap. We finally finished up the muffler job. Had to do some custom piping, and I had to trim the bumper and the lip to fit, but now it fits pretty good, and honestly it looks pretty sick. I would have liked to put the tip in just a little further, maybe to match the bumper, but with the way the muffler is, that's about as much as I'm gonna get. I can't really trim any more back. But yeah, overall it came out pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. Am I going in the right direction with the hatch, or is this thing just totally butchered?